Hey, what is up, guys? I am here to give you another SpongeBob review. This is the first time ever I've done it, I think, in 2 days in a row. I probably have done it before, I just don't remember it that much. So let's get on to the review, shall we? So this episode was called F.U.N, and it came out on September 18th, 1999. And, I thought this episode was actually, I think it was actually better than Home Sweet Pizza Delivery. And I'm going to explain to you why. So it starts out at the Krusty Krab. Customers are eating, kind of like a normal casual restaurant feel. Then the lights go out. Metal cover-ups come down to cover up the door. And I think even like a lid went on the pot of what SpongeBob was cooking. So then Squidward spots him with this telescope, and then Plankton uses I think like some sort of heat vision or something to cut him out. Then yeah. Excuse me, I have to go do something. I'm thirsty. Sorry about that. The dog was barking. I really wasn't thirsty. I just didn't want you to know that I had a dog. But yeah. Anyways, I was on. So then so Plankton gets away. Mr. Krabs thinks he's lost. SpongeBob tears off his face and goes to make the save. He's in a barrel, and he's using binoculars to see where he is. There are people walking, and that look exactly alike, wearing the exact same things. And he spots them. So then SpongeBob goes for him. Then Plankton uses it like a helicopter, like low antenna comes out with like a helicopter antenna. So then SpongeBob can't fly up there to get him. But then the police officer's twirling his nightstick around as fast as that. So SpongeBob uses that. Then Plankton jumps down. So SpongeBob can't jump down because he'll die. What did Plankton die to, by the way? I don't know. But anyways, SpongeBob blows up his hat and he jumps down and he uses it like kind of like a bow. And the cow goes, yeah! Then Plankton goes into magic shop, and then what ends up happening is Plankton what ends up happening is SpongeBob thinks he's the magician, and he told him that if you believe in yourself and with the tiny pinch of magic, all your dreams can come true. That tortures Plankton, and he thought he was the master turtle, but that just wasn't fair. He gives him the Krabby Patty and says he doesn't want it anyways. His restaurant will never be as good as the Krusty Krab. He starts crying. He says, "You don't know what it's like to be a loser." Then SpongeBob tells him he's a winner, but he didn't hear him. Then he goes to tell him again, and of course Squidward, Mr. Krabs, the police officer, he took the nightstick from, and some other background people said, "Loser." Then Plankton, and then Squidward says, "How does it feel to be the most hated creature in Bikini Bottom, Plankton? It hurts, doesn't it?" So then the police officer gives him promotes him as Rookie of the Day, because he caught Plankton. So then they put a donut on him, and then they sing, "Rookie's a jolly good rookie, but he's a jolly good rookie," and they throw him up, and then they kind of freezes, and SpongeBob thinks I bet if he had just one friend, he wouldn't be such a meanie. And then after SpongeBob lands on the ground, they all just leave, like they didn't care anymore. Then SpongeBob someone knocks on Plankton's door, and Plankton thinks it's a customer. So then he goes to tell him the specials. He sees his SpongeBob. He's mad at him, and SpongeBob wants to know if he wants to go out and play with them. Then he says what he doesn't understand. Then he says play with me, and he says something about science. I didn't really understand. Then he says no, but then SpongeBob talks about what he wants to do. Then he just slams the door on his face, and Kane was like, "What are you doing? Why you're not gonna let him get away, are you?" And then she gives him the plan that to be friends with SpongeBob, and then when the moment is right, take the Krabby Patty, and she shows it on the computer. It's SpongeBob holding out the Krabby Patty. So then Plankton says he'll play his little game. Then SpongeBob's like, last one to the jellyfish fears with rotten clam, and he's lifting them up upside down like you hold hands. Then SpongeBob's giving out the nets. Then Plankton doesn't know, wonders what happens after we eat them. Then SpongeBob's like, we don't eat them, we just catch them. And then he shows them how to catch them. Then he throws them back, and then he says, watch out for the stinners. Then Plankton's like, stinners? Then we catch a flashback. It shows Plankton, the town destroyed, and Plankton with the jellyfish with the controls on it. He's controlling the jellyfish. Then Plankton is on the jellyfish and cuts back to reality, and he says, and in his face he's saying, I win! I win! I win! And then Plankton's like, it's not about winning. And then SpongeBob says, it's not about winning, it's about fun. And then Plankton doesn't know what that is, and then SpongeBob doesn't know how to explain it. So then he sends it. So then he sends it, and I'm actually gonna pull up the song. And I think the actual song without the lyrics was on here, but I'm actually gonna pull up the song real quick. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. I'm gonna turn it up as loud as I can too. Yeah, I even have the lyrics up. Alright, so here's the song on my... Whoa, fuck advertisements. What the fuck? Yeah, you hunt those things, but I don't fucking hunt advertisements. This better be a fucking good advertisement. You ready? And this video was made by Little Oscar 1997, and I accidentally paused it.
It's not about winning, it's about fun.
What's that?
Fun is when you... Fun is... It's kinda... Sorta like a... What is fun? Let me spell it for you. F is for friends who do stuff together. U is for you and me. N is for anywhere and anytime at all.
Down here in the deep blue sea. F is for fire that burns down the whole town. Use for uranium bombs. N is for no survivors when you're...
Plankton. Those things aren't what fun is all about. Now, do it like this. F is for friends who do stuff.
Never. That's completely idiotic.
Here, let me help you. F is for friends who do stuff together. U is for you and me. Try it.
N is for anywhere and anytime and all.
Down here in the deep blue sea.
Wait, I don't understand this. I feel all tingly inside. Should we stop?
No, that's how you're supposed to feel.
Well, I like it. Let's do it again.
Okay.
F is for frolic through all the flowers. U is for ukulele. N is for nose picking, sharing gum and sun licking here with my best buddy.
And after they stopped laughing, Mr. Krabs was looking in the telescope, and he sees that they were friends, and he says, "Oh, mutiny." I don't know what mutiny is. So then Oh, I thought that was the bus. Plankton's telling Karen about everything they did, and she says, "What about the?" She asks, "What about the Krabby Patty?" And then he's like, "The what?" And then she's like, "You're forgetting the mission, Plankton. You're supposed to be getting the Krabby Patty." And he's like, and then he says, "You can't watch these." He says, "You can't rush these things, you know." Then he says, "You're going," I think she said, "You're going native, Plankton. Look at yourself." And then she lifts him up with, like her hand, I think it was. And then SpongeBob, and Plankton's wearing SpongeBob's pants. So then, they're back at the Krusty Krab, and Mr. Krabs is acting like, he says, "I haven't seen Plankton in a while." And then SpongeBob says, "Who knows, maybe he's changed." And then he goes, "Who knows? I think you know." And SpongeBob's trying to tell him he changed. Plankton comes in, and SpongeBob says, "Plankton, I forgot this was a no friend zone." Then, Mr. Krabs, and then Mr. Krabs says, "Wait," wants to talk to SpongeBob privately. He leaves out, a Krabby Patty. And then he pushes it close to the Plankton. He puts a fan on so the flames will go into Plankton so he could smell it. Then they talk privately, and Mr. Krabs says and Mr. Spencer's like, "Why can't you just accept our friendship?" And Mr. Krabs is like, "He's just after a recipe. I'll prove it to you." So then he says, and speaking of which, why is the chum bucket? Didn't the chum bucket used to be like right across from the Krusty Krab, and then now it's like a long walk away? Because I forgot to mention it earlier, because he's like, "You must be hungry after the long walk over here." So why is the chum bucket all the way over there? Did he like move it? And then I think, and now in today's episodes, it's right across from the Krusty Krab again. What the fuck? That's fucking dumb. But anyways, Plankton says that he's gonna save his appetite for the movies. Then SpongeBob says, "We have had enough of your tests." They leave. Mr. Krabs starts to believe SpongeBob saying that maybe Plankton's gone straight. Then the Krabby Patty like falls. I guess maybe it was like a fake Krabby Patty or something. I don't really know. Then Mr. Krabs like, "Oh, maybe scouts will fall out of my plan." So then he goes in the boat where the cash register is and starts rolling it. Then they're at the movies, and SpongeBob and Plankton are watching a movie. Then Bubble Bass comes up and sits on Plankton, and he realizes it when he's actually touching something. And I'm not talking I'm talking about like an actual body part, like the arm. And then he says, "Hey, Bubble Bass, you're sitting on my friend." Then he throws the popcorn, and Bubble Bass goes and gets it because he's a fat ass. Then Mr. Krabs, they're still watching the movie. Mr. Krabs comes up on the screen and says, "Listen up." And then he says, "He's deceiving you." And then he tells them to reach in their pockets and pull out what you got. One of them pulled out money, a clock, and I don't remember what the other item was. And then Plankton reaches in SpongeBob pockets, which I'm surprised he has pockets, because he doesn't wear clothes, so that means he must have kept it in his ass or something, I don't know. But then he pulls out a Krabby Patty, and SpongeBob just can't believe it. He's crying. Then Plankton's like, and then SpongeBob's like, "What do you see?" He asks him what he sees here. He pretends he doesn't see it. Then Plankton says, okay, it's a Krabby Patty." He said he couldn't help himself. He said, we saved the fun side. He's about to be sick. Then SpongeBob wonders how long he plans on doing this. Then Plankton admits that he tricked him to get the Krabby Patty, but then he showed him friendship, and he realized that that's all he really wanted. Then SpongeBob's like, "Really?" And he's like, "No, not really. Being evil was too much fun." I thought that was hilarious. Then he goes into the movie screen, and the movie shuts off. Then SpongeBob thinks he's won because he's gone, but Mr. Krabs shows him that the behind the walls is solid concrete. So then Mr. Krabs is gonna go have a fresh one. They're gonna go have a fresh Krabby Patty on them. But before that, SpongeBob apologized for leaving Plankton. Then he flicks Plankton. It says on a discount. Then Bubble Bass is eating jelly beans, and of course Plankton kind of looks like a jelly bean. So then he goes to get the yellow jelly beans. His arms twist around, and then that's how the episode ended. So I really liked this episode. They had some comedy in it, good comedy. It had a good storyline into it. I really like this episode. I think it's now my favorite episode. So that's pretty much it, guys. I will be back later on tomorrow to either review wrestling or Wrestling Fortune 44 or review Robot Combat League. If I don't do it tomorrow, I will probably do it. I'm gonna be so behind on it. I'm gonna see if I can actually watch Robot Combat League on demand. I probably won't be able to. But anyways, that's pretty much it, guys. Peace out.